Still undefeated, here is Khamzat Chimaev making the walk tonight as a middleweight. A lot of people think eventually he's going to be a UFC champion, and he's got a big fight in front of him tonight.
I mean, this guy's a monster, you know, from his mindset to the way that he competes. Khamzat Chimaev is one of those guys that passes the eye test. The moment you laid eyes on him, you said, this kid has something special about him. He has great wrestling, he has great striking, he has great cardio. The guy has it all. And I'm so excited to once again watch him compete and sit here in his seat and call his fight.
The work ethic has never been an issue, perhaps the diet at times when it comes to getting down to 170 pounds, but this man is a problem and ready to impose his will here tonight. Khamzat Chimaev steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. All right, so here's the former UFC interim welterweight champion, Colby Covington, and whether he's banging on the Brazilians or going at fans on Twitter, there's a lot that encompasses this total package of Colby Covington. He's a hell of a fighter.
But ultimately, it's about the fighting. And the fighting ability is what has carried Colby to such a great start in his UFC career. A former champion, a guy that's been in there with the very best of the division. And when he's been in there, he's been able to get his hand raised. I always go back to the Rafael dos Anjos fight, and I watch Colby put a pace on him that dos Anjos, who is also known for his cardio, could not keep. It was inspiring to watch, and if you know Colby before fighting, you know that he trains as hard as anybody in the world to try to accomplish his goal.
Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. We send it inside the octagon, we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Khamzat Chimaev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Colby Chaos Covington.
So Herb Dean, third man in there for this one.
Ready.
All right, Colby Covington and Khamzat Chimaev. The fans have waited a long time for this matchup. And of course, we are packed to the nines here in this arena tonight. And for Khamzat Chimaev, he's got a lot of different ways to win. A lot of people are expectant that he's going to try to kickbox here tonight.
So many people question, where are the weaknesses of these two? Where does one hold the advantage? There are no weaknesses. Colby Covington also has great striking. He just does not possess the power of Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat can shut your lights out. Khamzat not only needs to win this fight, but he needs to win it impressively in order to make people see and view him as a true challenge to the welterweight king, Kamaru Usman.
While the ground and pound is there once again, strong work here by Covington. Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. Making all these shots count. Chimaev's looking for an arm bar here. Oh, that looks tight.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Oh, he escapes.
He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
All right, side control now. All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Midway through round one. Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. And now he's got the back. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Ground and pound strike there now. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Nice strike from bottom position. Outstanding combination of ground and pound punches here by Covington.
Oh, he got to his spot. Beautiful transition.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side underhook. This is a great position for a top fighter.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing it.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, he's trying to land effective strikes.
20 seconds to go in round one. Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Round two is next.
What are you doing out there? Let's shake it off. We need to do exactly what we did in the gym. I want you to keep your hands up, keep moving your head, keep moving your feet, cut those angles, and let's change it up.
All right, so there's the horn at the end of the round. Multiple takedowns landed for him over the previous 5 minutes.
And you know what, John? Even more importantly, look at the opponent now. He's afraid to pull the trigger because he's been taken down so many times. Getting taken down is one thing, but having it happen to you continuously really does make you gun shy. And right now, he's very tentative to let his offense go because of the fear of getting taken down back to the mat.
Nice kick there by Chimaev. All right, next round is underway. We saw one submission attempt in the previous round, and you know moving forward, this guy is all about submission over position.
You saw one in the previous round. Look forward to him trying it again and again and again until he finds the submission. Oh, no!
Oh, and he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission. Oh, you got to be careful there, yep.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Covington.
Now he's going full mount. Great ground and pound by this man.
And there it is, another strike. Gets through on the ground. All All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Covington. Another ground and pound strike lands. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. 3 minutes to go. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Covington. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Covington.
Now he's got good body position, yup. Beautiful ground and pound. And it looks like he has a cut now.
Excellent ground and pound there by Covington. Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Just over a minute to go, round two. Good work from the top here by Covington.
Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
All right, the referee not seeing enough action there. We go back to the center of the octagon now. Man, as he landed. Beautiful job by Covington to get inside and ultimately to get the takedown.
I mean, even when he's striking, he's always thinking about the takedown. I know I've referred to the Lawler fight on a number of occasions, but even in that fight, when he threw 400 strikes, he attempted 20 takedowns.
Right.
I mean, this is a guy that wants to wrestle early and wants to wrestle often.
Oh, good ground and pound here.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Covington. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Grounding and pounding. Oh, he got saved by the bell there. He was getting absolutely starched on the ground, grounded and pounded. Thankfully, the horn came at a good time. You see, gingerly, he gets back to his feet. He'll go back to the stool now for 60 seconds. Now the onus is on his corner to try to keep him in the fight. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Overhand block there by Chimaev. Oh, nice takedown defense. True on the double leg. Now the hammer fist here by Covington. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg. He's got to start throwing now.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut.
Oh, shades of the godfather of the ground and pound, Mark Coleman, as he lands again.
Coley somewhere smiling, watching this guy land from the top position.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Covington. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks. Beautiful ground and pound approach, and now his opponent is starting to swell.
Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
Got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Chimaev's eye is almost swollen shut. It's actually swollen shut at this point in time. They might potentially stop this fight if he has vision issues from here.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
We have crossed the midpoint of this fight. Well, that was a high-level extended battle on the ground. Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise, the crowd responds in kind.
The crowd just loves whenever they get two high-level strikers going at it. It was very hard to get back up after getting taken down. But he's got there now. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Jab, snaps the head back. It would serve him good to throw more of those. Go higher.
Takedown defense holds up.
Oh, he separates from the clinch.
Well, as my favorite rap group Onyx would say, stick and move, right? Beautiful slip off the center line.
Yeah, what a great job of moving his head. But doesn't take much to avoid a punch.
All right, so he lands his first takedown of the fight after many failed attempts, so he stayed committed. Now he has the fight in his wheelhouse. Let's see what he can do. He's having his way with him here. All right, feet on the hips here. Covington's in half guard.
Always offensive. Lands a shot from the bottom.
Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. It's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud.
This is where he wants to be.
Oh, man, another strike gets through. You can only describe his condition as critical now. Final 30 seconds of this third round. Covington's right back to the full mount here.
I need you to be active on the ground.
10 seconds to go in the round.
Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Oh, nice job to split his guard and get the ground strike home again. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious.
I need you to get out there and be aggressive. Don't be stupid.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Nice. Nicely done. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook. He's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
Taken down here by Khamzat Chimaev. Well, this is getting hard to watch, and sometimes you hear us say a fighter is too tough for their own good. Anybody want to save this athlete right now?
Yeah, this is a classic case of that, where a guy is just too tough. He's not going to win this fight. He may as well throw in the towel. I mean, his corner can stop it, the referee can stop it, the doctor can stop it. Somebody needs to do something because this fight is over.
You need to work. I'll stand this up. Work.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Chimaev. All right, north-south position now, DC. We'll see how he chooses to advance from here. Oh, lands with the ground and pound strike. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Chimaev's in half guard.
Getting him out here.
These are big shots, and they're not glancing blows. When he's throwing, he is landing so clean that his head is starting off the mat.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
This work. I'm gonna stand you up. You need to work.
He's got to be careful here.
Covington's in half guard now.
Oh, nice.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Nice positional control here. All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back.
In the half guard.
Chimaev's cheek is just pouring blood all over his face, all over the canvas. That gash is terrible, so bad, we might even get a stoppage here. We'll see. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Covington's in half guard. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestler stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hooks. But get to your hands, stand up, bite the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than that. And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's gonna lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start to drop his chest to the mat and chase the finish. Oh, he puts his knee on belly.
45 seconds remain in the round.
There it is, now he's run him out.
Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Chimaev. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Chimaev's an absolute mess. I wonder if they might call in the ringside physician and potentially stop this fight. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Covington getting work here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
Another ground and pound strike lands. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4. Oh, the round is over and blood is just fauceting out of his cheek. That cheek has gotten out of control. Cutman can only do so much, and given the fact that that cut continues to be attacked by the opponent, if this thing gets any worse, they're gonna stop this fight. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent, but this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
You ready to fight? You ready?
5th and final round. Well, new round, same narrative. Lunges forward with a left there. Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
So at this point, with this type of swelling, you could argue a stoppage wouldn't be out of question.
No, it would not be out of question, and I don't think anyone would have a problem with it. This guy has been battered, he's been bruised, and you don't stop it for the swelling.
Oh, he's stepping over the head here.
Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
Oh, he's in trouble here, DC.
He's got the triangle with a lot of pressure going down on his opponent.
Nice work, guys.
He was able to get his momentum going back towards his opponent and back in the opposite direction to get his hips back and his chest down towards the mat.
And you just spilled your popcorn all over the broadcast
tape. I absolutely did, John. You know I love popcorn.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Khamzat Chimaev.
He does everything so well. And he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Great defense by the defensive fighter. Oh, right into mount.
This is a terrible position.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Covington. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get up on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Oh, nice shot landed from the bottom. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Covington. And there it is, another strike on the ground gets through. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top.
All right, well, that cheek and the blood coming from it starting to cause the fighter some problems. The referee steps in and calls for the ringside doctor.
It's painful, right? It might not seem as though it affects the vision, but it's very painful. Every time he gets hit on this thing, it opens up a little more, but you can still fight.
Yeah, you gotta stop the fight, man. I mean, I know the cut's not in a bad place, but his face is rearranged. You gotta protect the athlete.
You have to, you have to.
All right, we got some replays for you now as the doctor comes in to stop the fight midway through this round. Just a lot of damage sustained, and the doc had seen enough.
And in a bad spot. You know, a lot of times we talk about a cut on the cheek not being too bad, but it was a target for his opponent, and he kept going to it. He didn't make defensive adjustments. So it looked like this fight was going to continue in the way that we had seen it play out to that point. I believe that the doctor made a great decision to stop the fight.
All right, we set it inside for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Colby Chaos Covington.